The peso certainly starting off the week on an up note. It's the best performer against the US dollar right now, Nick. But this doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to stay on an upward trajectory for the peso. What does the election result mean for the peso?
Well, I think it's still going to be a challenging outlook for the peso, and one of the issues that I think could be very important is with the new administration, will they look for more populist policies? What will be the relationship with the IMF, for example, who have been an important financing source for Argentina? And how will that flow through until investor attitudes as well? So I think this is a little bit of a relief, but really I think that it's still very, very challenging, and weaker peso is likely.
Right. Now, the central bank chief did say that FX controls which have been put in place won't, change the debt payments or the trade relationship between Argentina and the rest of the world. But it's hard to not imagine Argentina defaulting. Do you see it averting that?
No, we don't. We're looking for a default in the first quarter of next year. And if you look at the Argentine government debt, approximately 90% of that debt is in non-Argentine peso currency, and 80% of that is in US dollars. And of course, the Argentine currency has been very weak through the course of this year. So given the difficulties in terms of the economy, given perhaps some hesitation on the part of international investors, I think there's a very good chance we'll see a default early next year.
How big will the haircut be, Nick?
Haircut on the bonds or on the currency?
On the bond.
On the bond, I suspect we're probably looking somewhere in the region of, 60 to 70%.
Wow. Okay, that's significantly more than Fernandez is talking about. He's talking about 20%. The market is clearly expecting a much more. Do you think that comes with an extension, or do you think it's just a straight up principal haircut?
I suspect it's a combination of both. I think it's a principal haircut and then an extension. So that's 60 to 70%, and perhaps that's going to be baked in over a long period of time. So it's slow pain, but it's pain nonetheless.